Heck, back in my day, if you wanted to save your theme park, you had to write down a 25-letter password. But of course, nowadays things are much different.
It's easy to forget that not so very long ago, game save files didn't exist. Starting and finishing a game would have to be done in one sitting. Sure, games were shorter and with little to no story, but that didn't help when you were halfway through and summons to the dinner table. Your only choice was to leave it running and pray to the gaming gods that no one would come along and switch off your machine. For gamers today, thankfully, things are much better. Many games will autosave or remember your last checkpoint. Others let you save anywhere, while some even place save points into the game world itself. Who could forget Resident Evil's typewriters, falling asleep in Grand Theft Auto, going to the loo in No More Heroes? And now Mass Effect 3 is set to bring back some of your old friends and finish off storylines. But it all depends on the decisions you made in the first two games. These old save files sitting in your machine will be carried over, so your Mass Effect 3 experience is going to be different to your mates. It's intelligent game making, especially as the series was always planned as a trilogy. But BioWare are not the first developers to reward fan loyalty with bonus content. In 1998, Metal Gear Solid was revolutionary in more ways than one. The tactical adventure game freaked players out when Psycho Mantis, the resident bad guy, could seemingly read minds. Psycho would refer to games that appeared on your memory card or ridicule you for saving too often.
You have not saved often. You are somewhat reckless.
In racing games, you usually get cars or money straight off the bat. Need for Speed Most Wanted gave you an extra $10,000 if you had a Need for Speed Underground 2 save file on your console. Burnout Revenge Racers would score the ridiculously awesome Dominator Assassin with a Burnout 3 save file. And in Gran Turismo 4, a GT3 save file was worth a sweet 100,000 credit bonus. In Dead Space 2, the only way to unlock a souped-up plasma cutter was to have a save file from the first game. You also upped your arsenal in Battlefield Bad Company 2. A previous save file got you the M1 Garand, Thompson SMG, or M1911. It's like winning the Lucky Door prize just for turning up. Infamous 2 remembered how good or evil you chose to be in the first game. Perhaps it drew inspiration from Little Big Planet 2, where unlocked content was carried over from the original. Or Uncharted 2, which gave you a cool $100,000 for unlocking the Platinum Trophy and having an Uncharted save file.
Did go through the rest of your money, and a good chunk of my own, but hey.
In Gears of War 2, you get 3 multiplayer characters just for having 3 achievements from the first game. Some games chose a more subtle approach. In Shadow of the Colossus, the horse Agro would have a mark-shaped eye on his head if you had an Ico save file. Nice. Nintendo's mastermind, Shigeru Miyamoto, has rewarded fans of his games with some save file bonuses, and they haven't even involved sequels. A Pikmin save file was all you needed to unlock the Captain Olimar trophy in Super Smash Bros. Melee. At the time of Melee's release, Captain Olimar was a brand new character in the Nintendo universe. 2011's Spider-Man Edge of Time had a closet full of bonuses for fans. To get 10 costumes straight away, all you needed was a Shattered Dimensions save file on your hard drive. Not to be outdone, Sega coded a nice surprise for Marvel comic fans in 2008. An Iron Man save file resulted in a specially armoured playable Iron Man character in The Incredible Hulk. And these are just the tip of the iceberg. Where they once just extended games, save files can now affect how games are played. What developers do next is anyone's guess. Kooky rewards are a given, but it's the big stuff like Mass Effect's different outcomes that'll keep us on our toes. So as Commander Shepherds everywhere get busy, there's every chance a game designer somewhere will have already dreamt up the next big thing. Is it too crazy to think a character you've met in one series could reappear in another? In the meantime, make sure you guard those save files because you never know when you might need them again.